Hey, good morning. It's Mike Zschunke with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm laughing because somebody was just making fun of me, so let's all say it together. Hey, it's Mike Zschunke with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Arizona Properties, and Shift Home Properties here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I think you know the routine now. We're going to talk about residential, we're going to talk about commercial, we're going to talk about the economy, and we're going to talk about the new Arizona Department of Real Estate rules here. Just real quick because they're changing all the time. And anyway, it's a funny time of year. Actually, inventory, multiple listing service is up 135 single-family detached homes. Maricopa County's up 76 single-family detached homes. In Scottsdale, we have a whole 4 extra homes this week. 1,094 single-family detached homes for sale. Just it's a funny time of year. The families that had to get here for school started this week. They're all in, and now the snowbirds are going to start coming. It's starting to get busier around town, which is fun, but starting to get busier and more activity should start picking up the next couple weeks again. Prices are fairly flat. I did read a report, 15% of buyers are backing out of contracts, purchasing properties. That's residential. Remember, residential is completely different than commercial. So we're going to touch on residential first. 15% of buyers are backing out of contracts. Mostly due to financing, it looks like. There's a lot of volatility in the markets. So, part of a listing agent's job is to make sure that when you get an offer, you've got to vet that buyer, make sure that they're going to close that deal. The one we just had in Phoenix, I must have got 20 offers that were, half of them were good, but half of them were garbage. I don't even know why they took the time to write it up. But we have to present all offers to our sellers. So anyway, make sure your listing agent vets those buyers. Make sure they're going to get to the closing table. We had an interesting deal this week. Pretty, like I say, vanilla, pretty straightforward. Buyer, seller, residential, $700,000 house. Almost didn't close. And this is why you hire a professional. And, when we have a deal, whether the buy side or the sell side, we're putting a team together. We've got the title company, we've got the lender, we've got the inspector. And you want to work with people you know. Well, insurance guy comes in, gives the client a bad quote. Well, people think you just sign and the numbers are right. A lot has to happen on the financing end. This insurance quote was off by $247, $240, something like that. And nobody caught it till the last minute, till literally the last minute. So then it has to go back to Michigan. Remember, there's a time change between here and Michigan. The funding didn't get closed on time. Luckily, the selling agent was awesome. I can't wait. We're going to have dinner later this week. Next week, I guess. But we were on the buy side, and it's just, the title company was awesome. The lender was awesome, and we all just picked up the phone. We had literally 3 hours to get it done. What do we got to do? And it happened. We got it done, but they're not, like I say, I can't remember the last time. I don't know why it happens, but it's always last minute. Somebody didn't do their job. So anyway, we got it done, and that's good to know. We've got another one coming next week. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how that one's going to work out. The numbers are super tight, but, like I said, we'll get it done. So, and it just comes down to communicating, picking up the phone, and, experience. Experience really makes a difference. Like I say, anybody can buy and sell real estate, land, residential, commercial, as long as everything goes in line and everything happens. There's timelines, there's numbers down to the penny have to be balanced. I don't know. It rarely is as simple and cut as that, as they want you to make it think it is. But anyway, it's fun. That's why we do. We solve problems. Anyway, commercial's a weird market right now. I'll admit it's a little slow right now. A lot of commercial is investment groups, investment companies looking at cap rates, investing money, getting a return on their investment. And the numbers are so tight right now, and there's just no liquidity in that commercial mortgage-backed securities market. So end users, they're still coming here. They're buying. Actually, we're looking for a, what are we looking for? An assisted living property in Phoenix. If you've got one, we want it. So assisted living in Phoenix. We've got an end users ready to go. So let us know. We'd love to work with you on that. But yeah, remember, residential is not commercial. Two completely different markets. We had the office space you'd heard because people aren't going back to the office. So office buildings, trying to come up with some new uses for those conversions. Now we're starting to see apartment buildings come up. A lot of people got into what's called syndicating. Syndicating apartment buildings. Some large, they're big dollars, 300 unit apartment buildings. There's some big money there. And they just got over leveraged. There's so much volatility in the market. The liquidity dries up. Actually, 2021, it was basically collateralized commercial real estate mortgages. Those are coming due next year, 2, 3, 5 year mortgages. Those are coming due. And apartment rents are down. So they're not getting the income. They didn't have the extra cash to do anything with the property to be able to offer more income or offer higher rents. So it'll be interesting. I think we're going to see some deals on some apartment buildings, small, big. I think people got over leveraged. So it's always fun. It's always interesting looking at different asset types. Land, always need land. Please, if you have any land, please give me a call. We do have land in Tonopah for sale. It's 40 acres. I'll go and say it right now. I think it's priced a little high, but make us an offer because I know the sellers do want to sell it. They just, they want an offer. So let's do that. Anyway, actually 6 acres north Cave Creek too. North Scottsdale, North Cave Creek, I think is a super deal. I don't know. That's it. Nobody's jumping on that, but I think there's a big opportunity there. So let us know. Anyway, economy, pretty fun week, right? I know you've seen the headlines. The whole yen carry trade, borrow money in Japanese yen, invested in the U.S. stock market. It's a popular way. It's called arbitrage. Popular way for hedge funds to make money. Normal Joe, normal you and I, we don't do that. It's a little bit too complicated, but there was a lot of uncertainty with the unemployment numbers last week. And, I heard somebody say, what's nice about real estate? You can't hit a button and panic sell. So he gets through that. Anyway, the markets have bounced back. I guess where I was going with that was rates dropped. You'll see the Freddie Mac interest rate numbers come out on Thursday. They're going to report what was Wednesday. Wednesday, interest rates were down quite a bit. Now they're barely down at all. If not, maybe even higher this morning on the 10-year. But you're going to see all the news media grabs that Freddie Mac announcement that interest rates are down. Interest rates are not down. And by the way, if you're going to save 50 basis points on your house and it saves you maybe $100 a month, maybe you shouldn't be buying a house if $100 a month is going to break you. So anyway, you can't time the market. Actually, that deal that we did have, Brian got a great rate for the client. So let us know if you're looking. We've worked with a few lenders, and that one just happened to work with him. So anyway, I did hear, everybody's waiting for these Fed rate cuts. Fed rate cut does not mean a mortgage rate cut. Remember that, please. There's a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. It's an election year, so a lot of the politicians want to grease the palms of their buddies, and they want to keep spending. Jerome Powell has to babysit that. He's got to control that spending. They control the money supply in the United States, and it's not necessarily just by cutting rates. There's balance sheets, liquidity markets, there's volatility of trade. There's a lot of things, so it's not just cutting rates. I necessarily don't think there'll be a rate cut. I don't see a need for it. I think there's too much M1 money supply out there. I think that would only be a problem. And you hear this younger generation, I can't wait for a recession, and then I'm going to jump in the market. Recessions are good for nobody. I mean, yeah, recessions are not good for anybody. Start laying off people. Recessions are bad. Don't think that you're going to sit on a buttload of cash and just jump in if there's a recession, because you're not. You know, it affects everybody. So we want the economy to be level, straight. We want a nice, even. Investors don't like volatility. They like certainty. So just, when people start talking about interest rates, majority of them have no idea how the market works. So, just pay attention. Remember, bonds are a flight to safety. If people are buying bonds, prices are going up. That means bond prices are going down. That means people are making the flight to safety. It means they're afraid that shit's going to happen. That's not a good thing. So, anyway, just read beyond the headlines, please. Anyway, new rules here for actually the whole country, the Department of Real Estate in Arizona. Buyer, if you're showing somebody a property, now remember, commercial has always worked this way. It's no deal. It's no different. But on the residential side, if you expect an agent to show your property, you need to sign a buyer or broker agreement with them. However, there's a lot of bad information out there. Agents are not being trained. It's pretty easy to get a license in the state of Arizona. But there's 17, different forms going on the buy side and the sell side, I guess. Excuse me. I'm talking too fast here. But a lot of agents don't know what they're talking about. To walk in an open house, you do not need to sign a buyer-broker agreement. 100%. Have them call me if they want you to, and I'll 100% tell them you don't have to. But we've always used buyer-broker agreements, and it's never really been an issue. It's a service. It's a service business. Attorneys charge 30% of the settlement. Financial planners get 0.5% to 1% annually. Hedge funds, 2 and 20% under management annually. Your insurance agent, he gets paid. So, I don't understand why in real estate agents are so afraid to ask to get paid for their services. And I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like you'll see a lot of physicians now are jumping out of insurance policies and going straight to cash. We did that with our chiropractic offices back east. Just because, we didn't want to be under the control of the insurance companies. We value what we do. But agents are going to have to prove what they do for buyers and sellers. Sellers are still paying compensation to buyers agents, 100%. Not 100%, but that's not changing. Really, the rule is that we cannot advertise compensation paid to a buyer's agent in the multiple listing service. That's really what this comes down to. It's simple as that. Don't try to complicate it. It's real simple. If you're working with somebody, you should have a relationship or a contract. I'm still kind of old school. I believe a handshake means a lot. Your word means a lot. A handshake means a lot. But we do use buyer-broker agreements. Just because someone might walk into an open house and be told that they need to sign a contract. Well, they don't. So know the facts. Give us a call if you have any questions. You get what you pay for. Do I have time? Yeah, quick story. A few months ago, we planned this trip. We're going to meet our girls for a show in Las Vegas tonight, our daughters. And a few months ago, we found some deals on Frontier Airlines. I've never flown Frontier Airlines. It was $19 to get there, $29 to get back. So I said, yeah, let's all go. Let's go to this show at the Sphere tonight or tomorrow night. And pretty excited about it. Well, Frontier Airlines, you have to pay, not only was it, $69 for the flight, I had to pay $76 to pick a seat. And if I want to carry a bag, I need to pay another $79. This $120 for me and my wife to go to Las Vegas on Frontier Airlines ended up costing $763. So you get what you pay for. And it'll still get us there. The end route will happen there, but we'll see. I don't know. It'll be an interesting experience. But anyway, we're here to help. We're here to facilitate, educate, and advise, get you where you need to be. Residential, commercial, land, investment properties, 203-733-5877. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.